Hey everyone, it's your boy Crimson slash Ross here, back with another video. And so there I was, deciding on what video I wanted to make next for you guys. And then it hit me. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the new status conditions in Legends Arceus and seeing how good they are going forward with the future of Pokemon and Gen 9 coming up. So yeah, before we dive right into it, if you enjoy these kind of videos and want to see more, be sure to drop a like, drop a comment, drop a sub. It really helps out the channel. Everything will be in the description for you. Drop a follow on Twitter, on Twitch if you're feeling generous. And yeah, let's just dive right into this one, I guess. So, Legends of Arceus has been out for about 2 months now, and as such, you guys should be pretty familiar with the two new status conditions that they introduced, right? Those being the new Frostbite and Drowsy. So if you aren't aware, they basically removed the two most broken status conditions in the game, those being freeze and sleep respectively, and they replaced it with Frostbite and Drowsy. So yeah, let's dive right into the Frostbite first. So Frostbite, Frostbite, I I'm actually kind of for this status change because like if you guys don't know how freeze works in competitive, freeze is probably the most broken status condition in the game, right? Because if you get frozen, like there is no possible way you can like unthaw it yourself unless you set up sun or use like flame wheel or flare blitz. But yeah, how freeze works is like each turn you have a 20% chance of unthawing. So ideally you could stay frozen for like 15, 20 turns if you don't get the 20% dice roll, and that's really frustrating. Especially if it happens in VGC, because I am a VGC competitive player. So yeah, in Legends of Arceus, they actually took away freeze for Frostbite, which is, in my opinion, a more balanced version of freeze. So what is Frostbite? Frostbite is a new status condition that's really similar to Burn, but for special attacks. So what it does, each turn, the Pokemon afflicted with Frostbite loses 1/16 of its max HP, which is not that bad, but it can add up over the course of the battle. And its special attack stat is cut by 50%, so it's essentially a Will-O-Wisp, but for special attacks, right? And Ice-type Pokemon are obviously immune to it, and Frostbite can be removed if you or the user or the opponent uses moves like Flame Wheel or Flare Blitz. And if it's hailing or snowing, Pokemon are more likely to be afflicted by Frostbite. Cool. And these are all the moves that have Frostbite in them. Bitter Malice, Bleak Windstorm, Blizzard Ice Beam, Ice Fang, Ice Punch, Powder Snow, and Tri-Attack. So what I think of Frostbite, like going forward, I think it's a really healthy change because we don't currently have like Intimidate for special attacks, and that's kind of a problem for VGC. Because special attacks in general are too hard to shut down effectively, unlike Intimidate, which we have from Incineroar, Landorus T, and yeah. I don't know, I kind of like Frostbite. I really hope they keep it, like, going into Gen 9. I think it's a pretty healthy change to, like, shake up the competitive meta. Especially given how prevalent and game-changing Will-O-Wisp and getting burnt are. Like, I've seen games go from, like, take a whole 180 swing because, the enemy Zacian like got burnt or something. So yeah, I would personally like to see how Frostbite shakes up the competitive meta, but that's just me. So yeah, that's it for Frostbite. So let's dive into Drowsy. So Drowsy is essentially what Legends of Arceus replaced with Sleep. And again, I'm all for it. So Drowsy is essentially a slightly nerfed version of Sleep. And if you guys don't know what Sleep does, it basically takes your Pokemon like out of commission for like 1 to 3 turns depending. It basically makes it to where your Pokemon's like unable to play the game for 1 to 3 turns. Basically takes them out of the game, like out of commission. And that's really frustrating to play against, especially if you have like no solid answer into it. But Drowsy is essentially the replacement for Sleep. It's similar to Confusion, but not really. So what it does, if you're afflicted by Drowsy, there is a chance that you can't move on each turn. So it's essentially a nerfed version of Sleep, to where you're basically guaranteed to not move. If you're Drowsy, or the Pokemon that's Drowsy receives more damage from attacks, and Spark, Volt Tackle, and Wild Charge remove the Drowsy. And if it's snowing, the mon that's Drowsy is more likely to miss. So its accuracy basically gets cut in half, basically. And here are all the moves that have Drowsy in them. Dark Void, Dire Claw, Hypnosis, Rest, Sleep Powder, and Spore. So yeah. Personally, I'm all for it. Yeah. Yeah, I like the change Drowsy that committed. Nerf version of Sleep, I'm all for it, and I hope we get to see it in Gen 9. Same with its counterpart, Frostbite. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I just wanted to go over the Drowsy and Frostbite effects. Like, what I think of it, I think they're pretty healthy changes, considering how broken Sleep and Freeze are in the game. And yeah, I hope to see them again going forward into Gen 9. And yeah, that'll be it for this one. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, drop a sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.